Welcome to Crossing Cultures, the podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hi everyone, I am Keisha. Welcome to another episode of Crossing Cultures, the podcast based in Qatar. Today I am joined by DJ Legacy. So if you guys go out during the evenings and you're all about that nightlife here in Doha, then you will definitely know of DJ Legacy. So firstly, thank you very much for being on the podcast.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Seriously, it's like, I think you're somebody that I've always wanted to have on the podcast, and it was just like, when is the right time to get you? Because even like when I did the live events, I was like, okay, the live events are really about teachers, but actually it's about people that have come here and settled, and you know, your journey. Why did you come here? How long have you been here? It's the same sort of questions, really. So I'm just glad that, you know, we finally managed to get a date down, and it's like, yeah, we're here. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Really
Thank
appreciate it. So my first question to everyone is like, how did you find out about Qatar?
So I won't take it too long. So I'm one of my colleagues. I used to DJ in LSE, London School of Economics. Me and my mate of mine, Uche, one of my Nigerian friends, and he used to be an MC there. And he was biochemistry. So he was like, I'm fed up with this. I want to get a job somewhere out the country. And he was, the money's there, man. It's in the Middle East. I said, go find a job then. So he actually got a job out here. And then he was also doing some gigs here. So then he said to me, look, why don't you come out here as well? We're going to do a New Year's Eve. So I was like, where, man? And he goes, Doha. I was like, oh, where? You know, exactly. I remember that being an airport when I used to travel to India. So that was the first time I came out here. And then it was a nice party kind of vibe. It was all good. And then I had a bit of a change in my work kind of thing. I was just tired of working in retail and decided that, you know what, I want to get out of retail. I need to move on, because you just get kind of complacent in being in the same kind of space. So I moved to Scotland, which was like completely random, still working with the telco, but within RBS. But it just freed up so much more time for me to look online and stuff like that. And then, we ended up doing another gig in Qatar. And at the same time, I'd applied for some jobs here. By chance, my experience and everything had it good. And the company that I'm working for now came in and interviewed me while I was here for my gig, which was a bit weird.
Oh, wow.
And then, before I left, I was offered a job, and I was like, I was like, what to do? And then that was 2009 October.
Okay, wow.
And then 3 months later, I still remember to this day, I was in New York for my friend's birthday, and I didn't hear anything because you had to go through security clearance and all this kind of madness.
And you're thinking, is this gonna happen?
I was just like, this ain't gonna happen, man. I was just gonna enjoy myself. And I get a call in the middle of the night from the Doha, and I'm like, hello? And it was my manager to me. He goes, Jay, so can you start like next week? I was like,
oh my gosh.
That's Christmas is still there, New Year's, everything's booked. I'm like, what do I? So I do want to say no. And then I said, can I start on like the 2nd of Jan? And they're like, yeah, no problem. And I was like,
thank God, yeah.
So literally that's it. Then cut my trip short, went back to the UK, started packing my stuff literally.
Was you married at that time?
No, I wasn't. No. Not really any commitments, no long-term girlfriend at the time or anything like that. So it was like, if I don't do it now, I'm going to be in Scotland.
Yes.
And it started getting a bit cold in Scotland. I said, I don't want this.
Perfect timing.
So it was quite good timing, and that's when the financial crunch happened as well.
Right.
The same period, or those couple of months. So it was like maybe a little bit of a blessing, and I moved here.
My goodness, 16 years.
16 years now.
Still here.
That same rule. Oh, we'll go for 2 years.
Yeah.
Save some money.
Everyone says that.
Pay my mortgage off, pay my loan off, and then come back. Good luck.
Oh my goodness, everyone says that. So what would you say your life was like before coming to Qatar, especially the music scene?
So I was heavily in the university scene. So all the freshers parties, all the usual ministries, rainforest cafes, all these are really old names, old events. That's what we were doing, and it was mainly R&B, hip hop. Garage was there as well at that time. Not much of the grime scene. That was a bit more later then. But that was it. It was a university scene. When I went up to Scotland, I was very different as well, because that music was a little bit more different to the London vibe. And then coming here, I was just like, oh my God, people don't know anything here. Like the music was just like, what? They're still playing that, you know?
Yeah.
And that was what I heard in high school. So I felt that there was a market, because we had done a couple of gigs here. And with the way the lifestyle was in London, in Scotland for me at the time, just having that break, I think it was a right time to try something different.
Yeah.
How was I? 20. Oh, no, I'm gonna give my age now. I was 21 or 23. I can't remember. I was thinking I was like 25 or something when I decided to make the change.
Yeah.
And then started moving, and then eventually got here. But I think it was probably a very good thing that I did. My father had just passed away 2 years before that, so my mum was still working. I'm from a working background, so it was just like, if I don't do this right now, we're gonna have to work every day, 9 to 5, and just make amends kind of thing. So,
I hear you.
and then when you find out what kind of packages they offer you here and kind of stuff, it's like, hey, this is life changing for not just me, but for my whole family and the future kind of thing. So I think that was like, and I said to myself, even though I don't like it, you gotta grind it out,
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a massive sacrifice.
Yep,
it is,
yep.
but then the benefits and the rewards of it.
Yeah.
I always keep saying to people, like, you've really got to make sure you make the most of it.
Yes.
Because you just don't know when it will come to an end.
Yeah.
So you have to really just be a step ahead.
Yeah. I think it also helped because I'd already kind of like, I was independent in some way because I was living out at university, then I moved to Scotland. So my mum was alone anyway kind of thing. But moving countries is a big difference.
Yeah.
Like if I was in Scotland, I could just jump on a train and come home.
And was she okay with you leaving as well?
At first she was like, why you want to go,
Yeah.
And then I said to mum, you don't have to work anymore, hopefully. And she's like, really? I was like, well, I'll try my best. I can't straight away, but that would be the best kind of outcome for it. And you can rest now, and let me deal with the headaches kind of thing. So I think she kind of understood that. There was a lot of reservations from my family. They were like, oh, you're going to the Middle East, it's that stigma. Oh, it's this kind of country, it's that religion. You won't get along. You might get converted. I was like, what madness is this, man?
Yeah.
But I think it's just because people don't understand.
It's just the ignorant mindset.
Yep.
It really is the ignorance of it, and just the lack of the travel and the information.
Yes.
And when you come here, it's like, I was saying this yesterday at the event, like as a black female lady, we're always kind of like, as people of color, brown people, we're always kind of like, is it safe to go to this country? Is it racist? Anywhere you go, anywhere you travel, it's one of the first things I check, like, is it safe for us out there? And when you come here, no one looks at you. No one's interested.
No,
like,
exactly.
seriously,
Yeah.
you literally can walk. It's very safe. I even went to church a couple of weeks ago. There's a whole area of churches. And I'm just like, they cater for everything.
Yep.
So, but because you're here and I'm here, and the videos that people see, and now that more people have moved here, people are really warming to the idea of the Middle East, especially like with Dubai. It's like, Dubai's like
Well,
London.
people think Doha's Dubai. When I first came to the country, you're in Dubai, right?
Yeah.
No, different country.
Yeah.
Trying to explain to them all the time.
My aunt still pronounces Qatar wrong.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I don't even correct her anymore.
Yeah, just let
she
it
gives
be.
it some different name. It's hilarious. It absolutely is hilarious. So in terms of like your genre, what's your favorite genre you like to play?
Well, this has changed actually. So in the UK, it was heavily R&B, hip hop, and garage and drum and bass and dancehall. Coming here, I think for the first few years, it became very commercial. And I think that's probably down to the place that we were playing as well. Where we were playing is more commercial music, was more accepted. So it's still R&B, hip hop, but you've got your Pitbulls and this kind of stuff, which I don't really play much now. It then diverted into the African stuff. So Touchwood, started playing a lot of African music and introduced it, created the Sound of Africa whole concept and brand. And then that took over. That literally took over for the good, I'd say, the last 5 years. I've not played hardly anything apart from that. That is what I normally do. However, the last year and a half, I've started going back into my whole old school vibe and have been doing that. And it's just made me realize that that's the music that I really am into, and that's really what I've been in from day one. The African thing has now been embedded. Everybody knows it. It's massive, but I think a lot of this old school has been neglected. So now, with my events, I'm actually more old school events than my African night. And I think now my genre is back to the 90s kind of R&B, hip hop.
Yeah.
Still do the Afrobeats, I'm a piano, and I think the younger crowd in Doha knows me for that.
Yeah.
Whereas the older crowd and more the expat crowd knows me for my old school. So it's quite a good blend and mix of different crowds and different cultures that you meet as well. So I think now it's gone heavily into the old school, which is good. Lots of people happy about that.
Would you find it easier playing here or UK?
So I recently played in the UK a while back. I just feel the music scene is, like, especially the DJing scene, is completely changed. There was a time where you had DJs like us, which were the warm-up DJs, and then you had your Kiss 100 DJs, your Choice DJs, come and do 1 hour, get paid 250 quid and disappear.
Do you say Choice?
Yeah, Choice
like
as
Choice
well.
FM.
Choice FM,
you go
Kiss.
way back.
And those are the DJs that basically would make your night. Now what's happened with technology developing so much, anybody can be a DJ.
Yeah.
Playlists are there, Spotify is there, everything is there. You may not know the music, but if you technically are sound, you can DJ.
Yeah.
So these DJs which were on the Kisses and on the Choices and all this kind of stuff, unfortunately the bookings kind of like, I want to say died out, but people are like, why are we paying X amount for this person to come for 1 hour?
Yeah.
When there's a guy that's bringing a crowd, has a following, and we pay half the money.
Yeah.
So I think that's changed a lot. So when I went there, mine's were more like a private party, so I had a lot of people that from back in the day were there. But yeah, the scene has just completely changed. The DJs are, technology's changed everything.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
really
such a
changed
shame,
everything.
the knock-on effects of it. It
Yeah.
really is a shame.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the pandemic, right? Because for me, that's when I used to go out before.
Okay.
Thursday nights it wasn't Black Orchids, it was at the Mondrian Hotel.
Oh, Rise, upstairs.
Oh, right.
Sound of Africa.
Oh,
That was Sound of
gosh,
Africa. That was
listen.
SOA. That was SOA. Sound
That's
of
when I
Africa.
used to go out.
That's where it started. That's where
Yeah,
SOA started.
seriously, like, I remember when I fractured, broke my foot. I still found
Yes.
myself, remember?
Yes,
I still found
remember.
myself out, and I
I'll
remember
find you a
messaging
chair
you saying,
somewhere.
look, I'm on crutches, and you literally came from the DJ area and made sure that I
got-
was
I
seated. And I
remember
was
that.
just like,
The red
yeah,
sofas.
so nice, seriously, so kind. I've never forgotten that. But like the Thursday nights, I don't think Qatar's recovered from the
I think
pandemic.
what was key with that is, before that I was playing at Strata.
Okay.
And I had a bit of a situation with the old management, not the new management, the old management there. And it was like, would I say indirect racism? Yeah, let's just say indirect racism, right? That, we don't want such crowd keep on coming like this. You need to calm the music a bit down. You play a little bit less of the African stuff. And I was just like, I see what you're saying. I understand from your perspective. Didn't feel comfortable. Next day I said, I'm not coming back next week. Then I didn't do nothing for 2 months.
Wow.
And then by chance, I got invited to meet the GM at the Mondrian. I went to see this guy there. I'll never forget. I really appreciate them. A guy called Axel and a guy called Sadbir. Sadbir still, I work with him still. And I remember going to the office and he goes, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to do this kind of thing. And he was like, and I wanted Black Orchid at the time. And they're like, do you know, Jay, we've already got something at Black Orchid. Why don't you have a look at this place? So I went up there and I looked and I just went, wow. It was like that coloured glow,
ceiling,
black and white. It just looked
overlooking the
fancy.
swimming
Yeah, it just
pool,
looked fancy. And for me, it was like, okay, cool, I'll take it. What happened was I was so scared because I thought we're gonna have like 150, 200 Africans turn up in this luxury hotel. I don't know what's gonna happen, Did the first event, jammed. Get a call from the secretary in the morning. The GM wants to see you. I was like, oh, dude. I was like, what have I done? Or I was like, you know what? I was expecting, Jay, thank you very much, but this is not for us. It's not her. I swear to you, I'll never forget this. And they could verify this. I walked into the GM's room. He had his feet up on the table.
Yeah.
The other guy had his feet up there. He goes, what's up, Jay? And I was like, hi, guys. And he goes, dude, we love your event, man. What do you need from us?
Wow.
And I was just like, okay, I thought I was going to get here, like, get a telling off or something. But then they just left me to it. They were in Black Orchid doing their stuff. We'd have weekly meetings. They like, they wouldn't even ask. They just said, "Jay, no, that's fine. We're fine.
Yeah,
Everything's." And what happened? Africans had now a place to go in a luxury place. That didn't exist.
Yes.
Everybody used to say, oh, this crowd goes to these kind of places.
Yeah.
We don't want that kind of crowd. All of a sudden, we have exposed it to a luxury place. And that for me was a big thing. That really started a lot of these other events. A lot of the promoters are now doing stuff as well. And they are really, really doing well. And I think it's shown that Africans do enjoy a night out, and that we don't have to we don't categorize it as these kind of places. So I think that's where that's happened, and that was pre-COVID.
Those were the good days, I'm telling you. I'll tell you one of the events that I really enjoyed, Secret Garden.
Oh,
Secret Garden. My goodness.
That was Fridays.
Oh, I absolutely loved it. I remember one time I came with maybe 15 of the girls and the guys came. Like everyone was just out that night. And we had a time. We had a time. Seriously. It was so good. Beautiful location. Like when it's rooftop, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you go upstairs and it's just like you see the what area is it again?
Pearl.
It's the Pearl, right? So the views that you've got from you're outside listening to good music and the view's amazing.
Yeah.
Like. I think that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Secret. It has a close spot to me. My only problem was it's 12 o'clock shutdown.
Yeah, it was too early.
And then I was like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
And then that crowd is like, Jay, where did we go?
Yeah.
And we used to drag.
And you got 2 hours to get to somewhere else.
Yeah.
The club's close at 2 o'clock, so there's not much to do.
Yeah.
And then, or you'll lose the crowd about 11, so they can get to the next venue. Yeah. But it was nice. I enjoyed that one.
Gardens, yes.
I really enjoyed that. I did. Right. My next question is. If you had an opportunity to bring an artist over, like no restrictions, who would you bring?
Right now, I would love to bring this whole TLC, Jodeci, kind of like one of those kind of like old school, one of those kind of ones.
Yeah.
I inquired about TLC, I inquired about 112, I inquired about these kind of people.
Listen,
the challenge
if you ever pulled that off, I think the amount of people will fly from Dubai to get here.
Do you know the challenge is these same artists back 10, 15 years ago was reasonable. I could actually pull it off.
Yeah.
I did Jazzy Jeff, I did Grandmaster Flash. These were because we could do
Remember
them.
that one?
Yes.
I was there. Yeah.
Those same artists are fivefold now.
Yeah.
And not because they've become super popular, it's just the way the market has gone.
Yeah.
And as soon as you say Middle East, it just goes through. Goes through the roof. So as much as I would love to, maybe let's see. Because a lot of people don't know this is all the events I do is from my own kind of like fundings.
Okay, so you're relying on the ticket
it's
sales. It's
completely how much money I've got. Like I put towards it, booking the tickets myself, getting the tickets, selling the tickets, and you're completely in control of that, which is good. But then I have a limitation on what you can and cannot do. Whereas some other venues, the bigger venues, have a budget.
Okay.
So they will go to a promoter and say, here's a budget, here's your monthly schedule, do what you want. So that's great for them because they can bring it. Unfortunately, I have to be a bit smart on that one.
Yeah.
But for me, I would love to do like a TLC or Salt and Pepper. So one of these kind of like it'll be just crazy.
That'd be a dream.
Yeah.
That'd be an absolute
Let's
dream.
see. Fingers
I don't even know
crossed.
why they're taking so long to bring Usher over here. Like we want Usher.
He was in Dubai.
I know because I was like, oh, shall I fly there? And I was like, no, I love Usher, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But we could all dream. TLC would be amazing.
Yeah. TLC. What was the other one that we asked about? I asked about Jodeci. Asked about. 112 was available, but these guys they're like 3-4 tracks and they want to charge me $30,000. I'm like, for what?
Oh, it's a lot of money.
Genuine was in Dubai. He wanted to charge $25,000 and 5 flights. I was like, come on, man. Like seriously. So it's just like, you know what, man? Is it really, really? I need to have a QNCC or a Doha exhibition center for that kind of to make any money. I can't do it in a club. It's just not going to happen. And nobody's going to pay in a club 500 riyal for a ticket. They're going to say, what for, Jay?
Yeah.
Unlimited drinks as well?
Yeah, it's true. Because we get spoilt here.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've got to come with a proper package. Yeah, that would be really good though. I didn't think about that.
No.
It's a really good idea.
Or maybe like so one of the things that I'm hopefully planning is I want to do this like whole slow jams or sing along old school kind of thing. Similar to like what these old school brunch guys do, but the SOS kind of version, my like Doha version, and like take up a space which is open in the daytime. and even maybe have a non-alcoholic place.
Yeah.
So kids can come in, and you know,
Yeah.
something. I'm working on something. Let's see. Now the time, the 3 months are there. The weather is good.
I think it's a nice
the time
idea.
to do something. Yeah.
I think it's a nice idea. So you've been there for 16 years. If you can say, like, in terms of like, what would you say Qatar has given you in those 16 years?
Safety, a family, an amazing daughter, Ahana. I had to mention her. She told me to mention her. See, I mentioned her now. My wife, Nitu. A good ground of family around us. Friends. We don't have any family here. My mum lives in London, and my wife's family is all in India. But I think it's really added easily 10 years to my lifespan, for sure. Not having that kind of hustle bustle of stress of the UK. Weather has been good to you. Eat better. I think generally, I would say, I said this before to somebody on another podcast. People say, "Oh, Jay, man, it must be amazing. The money's great." I go, you know what? If you gave me half the salary, I'd still stay here.
Yeah.
Because it's the quality of life, and I'm not saying quality of life or the luxury quality. I'm saying just that less stress, that family life, that you just feel so happy and warm. You don't need to worry about nonsense. I go back to the UK and what we're having for lunch, what we're having for dinner, what time are you leaving tomorrow? I'm like, well, calm down, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's how it is, and that's the way it is. My cousins in the UK even, I'll say, okay, are we meeting for dinner? Where? What time? I need to catch this train. I need to do this. I don't want to miss this. I'm like, whoa. Whereas here it's like, what are we doing tomorrow? I'll let you know tomorrow.
Yeah, it's very laid back.
It's very laid back, but it's because we feel safe. And I think 16 years is a long time to be here, by the way. I think it's really shown me that you can have a different kind of take on life as well.
Yeah.
Meet lots of different characters during the 16 years as well, good, bad, and ugly. But I think it's a nice space that, like I said, I think the main thing that family, safety, and health and well-being. I think for sure, that's definitely
It is really different. I mean, even like today, I was like, oh, you know what, my hip's been playing up. I'm like, I'm gonna call the hospital, and like, Mum, we have appointment on Wednesday, and I know when I go on Wednesday that I'm gonna get my scan on the same day and get my results on the same day. And I'm always grateful for it though. I don't take it for granted at all. I really don't. I'm really grateful for the opportunities and the way that I can see that my life's developed, and the way that we were talking before about how you can help family.
Yes, of course,
you know, and that for me is a massive deal. That if there's someone at home that needs money, I know that I can just transfer, and I don't have to think about if that impacts me or puts me back. You know, so I am grateful for that opportunity. I really am. So so there's probably loads of DJs out there that are wanting an opportunity like this, and I know your route into it was really different. So what would you advise somebody that would you advise that they get a job here and then try and do DJing on the side?
I think it depends on where you get involved. If you're doing it as a hobby right now, there's lots of opportunities here. Like you get in touch with the right people. I'm always welcoming to new DJs to come in to like do opening sets, warm up sets, get them little work elsewhere just to get them exposure. I think the key thing is getting that exposure and getting the experience is worth so much more. And with that, you will get work. It's not easy. Like I said earlier, technology now lets you do everything, right? But for new people that are coming into the country and get a job and then they say, oh, I also do a bit of DJing, definitely try. You definitely can try out, do your own little private parties, build your own kind of like crowd and clientele, and then that would automatically develop in other stuff. People will spot it. I spotted a couple of DJs that I know that I'm like, okay, they're doing their thing, it's a different kind of crowd, we should work together. You know, that's where I think that slightly lacks in Doha. Everybody's very like, no, this is mine. Or no, you can't come in my venue. It's like, why not? Give them a night, you know, let them try something. And that's I think that comes with time and experience as well.
That's a nice way to look at it as well, actually. It's a shame more people are not working collaboratively like that. You know, because I think it will make a difference. And it will improve the experience, the nightlife, the music scene. I think everyone's got so much to offer, but if you just come together, you can make it huge. I've seen it over the last
5-6 years. And I think it's not actually the promoters' problems or the fault or the DJ's faults. I think it's just the way the market has changed now. Now the people that hold the cards are the DJs and the promoters.
Okay.
The hotels and the venues, all due respect to them all, don't have that control anymore.
Right.
They try and do something themselves. It doesn't work. They need a promoter.
Yeah.
Or they need a reputed DJ that will bring a crowd. So, which is good, because then there's things like revenue shares. They're now opening to sharing the profits that they earn. But working together is still a bit of a grey area somewhere. So, like, I've not played in a few clubs which everyone's like, why you not played there? I'm like, well, they don't want me there, or we just don't want to. I don't think it's going to be right for both of us. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully things will move in a better direction. But where can people find you now?
So as it stands, Wednesdays for Sound of Africa at the Barn in St. Regis, and then on Fridays the newly launched Liquid Brunch, the strictly old school Liquid Brunch. That's at the Engine Room, and then you drag yourself straight after that, the Liquid Brunch, to the Barn again with the Old School Night on Fridays. Yeah. So just 2 nights, and I think that's important as well, because you also want to have some family time. You also want to be meeting your friends and stuff. But I think also you can get very saturated if you're DJing every 3rd day, 4th day, 2nd day. It's just like, well, it's the same thing. So this keeps things fresh and keeps me challenging to try and keep things new and themes, etc. Like last week we had a Beyonce theme, so everybody came dressed in Beyonce clothes.
Oh, really?
Cool,
I missed out on that. I would have bought my cowboy hat.
Well, yeah, everybody's in their cowboy hats.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And now with Timu, you know, everything, I ordered like 100 hats, and everyone was just walking around with the cowboy hats. Guys as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is so brilliant. Well, I just want to say thank you, because even though you don't see me out a lot, when I do go out and I know you're playing, I know I'm going to have a good time.
I appreciate that.
You know, so you remind me of home, because I think you're the only DJ that when I go out, I know I'm going to hear the songs that I want to hear.
What you want to hear.
You know, whether you're doing the straight 90s R&B and you might drop a little bashment.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, DJ Lexi knows his bashment tunes. Sometimes when my girls are like, okay, so
my boys are Stonebridge boys. That's where we're from, the dance hall.
Yeah, no, seriously, that we don't get a chance to hear that.
Yeah.
So it really means a lot to us because we're away from home. Yeah. So we find these little comforts that remind us of home. So thank you for entertaining us for all these many, many, many years.
Probably more to come, hopefully.
And more to come. You know, so I just wish many blessings to you and your family, and just thank you. I'm honoured that you're here and you've given up your time to share your story. So I know it will inspire somebody. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And it's nice for people to hear you talk.
Oh yeah, exactly. Apart from on the microphone, so people don't know what my voice sounds like sometimes.
Oh, thank you. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. This is Crossing Cultures. We're actually I'm going to call this season 2 because it's a new academic year. Oh yes. So I'm going to call it season 2, and this is the episode 1 of season 2. So if you enjoyed, please like, share, and subscribe, and support the movement. So thank you, and thank you, DJ Legacy. Take care, guys.